Hello, my name is Andrew, and thanks for watching Matrix On Demand. Today we'll be talking about search and save, the four methods of searching within Matrix, and also how to save your search to re-access that search at a later time. Now before we begin the search, I want to show us what we're looking for in the first place. The property that we're going to be searching for is 498 Meadows, Pittsboro 46167. That's located in area 3202, Hendricks County, Middle Township. So now let's start back all the way at the very beginning on our home page within Matrix. Now of course right off the bat you can run your search by putting in the BLC listing number or numbers that you're aware of, or you can do more of a broader search by just going by status, street number, street name, hit search, and that'll take you to the detailed page of what you're looking for. But here we're going a little deeper. So all searches, we're going to hover over search, residential, and click on quick. Now what we're looking at right now is your default search form within the Matrix system. And you'll see that it's broken up into three columns: status, location, and property characteristics. So right off the bat, let's start with status. Now the property that we're looking for, our subject property at 498 Meadows, is a purely active property. There are no contingencies attached to the listing. So I'm going to eliminate that box just so I'm narrowing down my search. Now as I go down in status, I can elect to fill in any of these fields as I go. As you'll see that there are no required fields, so I pretty much have free reign to fill in whatever I want. So after I elect status, I'm going to go down in property type and specify that I'm only looking for single-family detached properties. Now as I get more specific with location and property characteristics, keep an eye at the bottom left here. This is my count button. This shows how many matches I have so far with the criteria that I put in. Alright, moving on into location. As I get down into area numbers, I'm looking for Middle Township in Hendricks County. That's 3202. And as I type that in, I see that it breaks it down by county and then the name of the township. Below that, I can elaborate on my location by specifying which city, the school district, which is Northwest Hendricks, zip code, and I can even go further with subdivision and legal. But right now I think that'll suffice. After I've specified my location, you'll notice I've narrowed it down to 31. So as I go up to property characteristics, now I'm putting in my price range of what I'm searching for. And right now I'm searching for in between $200,000 and $230,000. Now as you'll notice, I didn't indicate any dollar signs nor the extra 3 zeros at the end. The extra 3 zeros are automatically completed as long as you have that check mark next to those the parentheses there. As I make my way down, I get into total bedrooms. Now what I'm looking for are at least 3 bedrooms, 3 or more bedrooms. To show that in Matrix, I'll simply just put in 3 and a plus mark next to it, indicating 3 or more. Now on the other side of the coin we have total baths. And say in this instance I want at most 3 bedrooms, 3 or less bathrooms. So I'll put in 3, and this time I'm going to put in a negative sign to indicate 3 or less bathrooms in the property that I'm interested in. As I make my way down, I'll get into something like square footage, main and upper. So say for square footage, I'm looking for at least 1,700 square foot. And much like I did with my bathrooms and bedrooms, I'm going to say at least, so I'm going to put 1,700 with a plus mark to indicate 1,700 or more is what I'm looking for. Now as you look at the bottom left, I have 2 matches here. I have 2 options what I could do. At the very top right, I can simply just click on results and see what I have so far and see if I'm finding my subject property, or I can always click back to criteria and continue to specify or get more detailed in my search. Now, if we pick up where we left off, as we get to the bottom, let's go down to garage, where I'll indicate yes, there is a garage. And finally, garage description, I know that the property that I'm interested in is a 2-car attached. Once I elect that, I'll notice that at the bottom I finally have that 1 match, and I go to the top right, select results, and that's the property that I'm interested in. So I'll click on the BLC listing number, and that's going to take me to the detailed page of my subject property. Now the other way of searching is kind of same as what we did prior, except this time with location we're going to indicate it on a map rather than on a search form. So once again I'm going to hover over search, residential quick. I'm going to put in my status of active, take out the contingencies, single family detached, and this time I'm simply just going to pass over location because I'm going to indicate location using my map tool here in a moment. So I'm still going to put in my same property characteristics, 200 to 230. 3 or more, 3 or less, garage, yes, and my garage description is going to be a 2-car attached. Now what's tricky here is after I put in all my criteria, you'll see that rather than having 2 like we did in our first search, I have 321, and you'll see why when I go up to the top right here and click on map. What this is doing, this is bringing up every property that met that criteria so far without ever indicating location. So you see pretty much all central Indiana is covered. Now I know the property that I'm interested in is towards the west side up by Brownsburg in Pittsboro. So as I get closer and closer to the west side, I see Pittsboro and I see Brownsburg, and I'm seeing all these property indicators showing all these houses that meet my criteria so far. So this is where I'm going to indicate my location. At the top right, you have your shape drawing tools. So if I get out, say, the rectangle and draw out the area that I'm interested in, that's now going to narrow down my search to those 4 properties that are in the shaded circle. Now say for instance on first glance I'm looking at this photo and I notice, this image, and I notice these two property markers down here are not included in the search that I want to have. In that case, I can go back up to the shape drawing tools and put a shade on those, and then finally once I get to the red dot I have 3 options. I can delete the shape that I just drawn, I can include this shape, or I can exclude this shape. When I exclude, it turns red, meaning that it takes those 2 properties out of consideration for my final search. Once I'm happy with that, I can go to the very top right and select results, and I'll see that I have 8 Laurel Valley and 498 Meadows. That's the property that we're looking for. I click on the BLC listing number, and that's going to take me to the details page of the subject property that I'm interested in. Now a third way is called the recent searches. So if I just go back to the home page and say I logged out and logged back in, or I logged out and got in on my smartphone or tablet, this is always going to be available as long as you are logged into your BLC Matrix account. At the top right of your home page, you have a option that says recent searches with a drop down arrow next to it. If I select that drop down, it's going to bring up every search that I've ever done recently, all the way up into the past 45 with the timestamp and how many hits that I got on that search. So in this instance, I know that I'm looking for one property, so I refer to a search that I ran at 1:30, and that's going to bring up the property that I ran at 498 Meadows in Pittsboro, 46167. Now the last way of searching, and this is easily the most complicated, but the benefit of it is that you're not required to learn it. It's merely just a way of getting your search done quicker, and that's through the speed bar. And you'll see the speed bar is always going to be located anytime that you're running a search or in your home page. So from our speed bar right off the bat, just to keep things simple, what you'll want to do is specify what property type you're interested in, residential, space. Then next up, put in the status that you're interested in, active properties. And then my list price, and with this I'm going to put in a money sign, whoops, and that's going to be between 200,000 and 230,000, space. And then remember with my bedrooms, I wanted 3 or more. With my bathrooms, I wanted 3 or less. And then finally, just to give some sense of location, I'm going to put in the area number of 3202 to indicate Middle Township in Hendricks County. From there, I can hit enter, and that's going to bring up all the properties that are residential, active, in between 200 and 230, at least 3 bedrooms, at most 3 bathrooms, and they're all located in Middle Township in Hendricks County. Now looking at my 3 results, I see the property that I'm interested in. I can click on that BLC listing number, and once again we're right back to the detail page of my subject property. Finally, let's focus on saving a search. Here I'm just going to get some results. It doesn't matter if you follow along here. I just want to get some results so I can show you how to save it in the end game here. So I'm just going to breeze through this. Alright, and I get down to 2 matches. Now, from the results, I go up to the top right and I click on results, and I get my standard results grid. From here, at the bottom left, you have your button bar. And the button bar is always going to be available whenever you're running a search, and provides multiple different functionalities for whatever you're trying to do in the Matrix system. Here we're trying to save. So if I look at the bottom left, I see Actions, Refine, Save, and Carts. So in this case, I want to save that search that I've just created. I'll select New Save Search, and I'll give it a name, and I might as well just name it after my subject property. Once I'm happy with that search, I'm just going to select Save, And now, next time I'm from my home page, I can go to My Matrix, I can click on Save Searches, and there's 498 Meadow, the search that I just saved. And it's going to bring up the criteria, and then I can elaborate on the criteria, or I can specify in the results. Now, of course, we'll go deeper in all 4 of the searching functions with more slides to come. But of course, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call the help desk, and thanks for watching.
Welcome to Matrix On Demand. In this video, we'll cover enabling auto emails. Formerly referred to as prospecting, this allows you to send your buyers matches to their searches automatically through Matrix. Once logged into Matrix, to take a search you have already saved and start automatically notifying your clients of new property matches, start at the My Matrix tab. Click Saved Searches. Click on the name of the search that you want to turn into an auto email. From the button bar, you can adjust the criteria or just click Settings. At this point, if you want to adjust the search name of this search, you can edit that information. If you make any edits, you'll need to go and click Settings once again. Click the link at the top left of the screen, turn this saved search into an auto email. Select a recipient from the list or create a new contact on the fly. If you would like to receive a copy of all emails sent to your client, select the checkbox BCC Me. This will be an exact duplicate message of what your client has sent. Type in a subject for the message. This is the email subject your clients see when they open their email inbox. There are 2 messages your client will receive. The welcome message is a one-time email initiating the auto email process. Your client must click on the link within this message to access their portal. If the client does not follow the link in this welcome email, they will not receive any additional email messages from you. This is a consumer protection process in place to prevent clients from receiving unwanted subscription-style emails, which could potentially place the notification email addresses on the FCC's blacklist. You can make edits to the welcome message if you'd like to make it more personal. If the changes made will work for all your clients, there is a Set as Default gear below the text box so you don't have to retype for each auto email. The recurring message is the email your client receives with subsequent updates to their search matches. It is also customizable with a Set as Default gear below the text box. Your email signature automatically populates in all emails delivered from Matrix. You can edit your signature with the link below. The criteria section simply allows you to review the criteria used to create your search. The settings section contains a number of options for you. The concierge mode allows you greater control over the listings posted to your client's portal by providing an approval process for listing matches. Rather than sending matches to the portal with an email notification to your client, instead, you, the agent, are sent a notification allowing you to view and either approve to send the listing to the client portal or reject so it does not send. The display options include showing this contact in reverse prospecting results. Reverse prospecting allows listing agents to recognize you as a buyer's agent have shared their listing with a client. They cannot see any of your client's information, only that you, as an agent, have someone who may be interested in their listing. This is designed to just facilitate communication between agents. The Enable as Favorite Search option allows you to save this search as a favorite search on your home screen for quick and easy access. If you choose not to use the concierge mode, you will need to select a schedule to send auto notifications to clients. The auto emails can be sent ASAP when there is a new listing that meets your search criteria, or you can batch send them daily, twice a day, or pick and choose a schedule. There is also a monthly option. Once you're satisfied with your settings, click Save, or in the case of concierge mode, Save, go to Approvals. This will generate the welcome message and start the auto email process. Once completed, you will see a confirmation at the top left of your screen that your updated auto email has been created. To see a list of all of your auto emails, you can go to the My Matrix tab and select Auto Email, and you will see a list of all of your auto emails. Important to note are the status indicators running down your screen. An email with an open green outlined circle indicates that the client must click on that email link in order to activate their auto email search. A full green circle with a check mark in it indicates that the client has activated that search and is receiving their notifications on a regular basis. A red circle with an exclamation point indicates that that search is disabled. This could have been disabled by you, the agent, perhaps if the client has already gone into contract on a property, or the client may have disabled it by clicking an unsubscribe link within their email. The other way that an auto email may become disabled is if the client does not click on that email for 80 consecutive days. If the client discontinues use of their portal, the system assumes that they do not want to receive emails from you anymore and disables their auto email. You can reactivate an auto email by clicking on the name of the auto email, going to settings, and completing the same process we just went through. Thank you for watching this on-demand video. As always, if you have further questions, please feel free to contact the MyBOR Help Desk.